Hello there, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. Today's 9/11. 17 years since that terrible terrorist attack that took place in the United States soil. I'm gonna keep my usual unfunny BS to a down low and just share with you guys. I think most of us, we remember exactly where we were during 9/11. I think there's like 3 or 4 incidents in my life when I remember exactly where I was when I heard, and 9/11 is one of those incidents. So I'm sure a lot of you guys already know, at that time I was in my native country of Bangladesh. I was 10 years old, I was in the 3rd grade, and I was at school. And now, for some of you guys who are much younger than I am, I want you guys to understand that this was not at a time when there was Facebook and internet. Well, there was internet, but I was in Bangladesh. It was a poor country. We did not have internet connection at home. There was definitely no Facebook. I don't think there was Twitter either. So it wasn't a time where you could just go online and see what's happening, okay? It was that kind of time. And so I didn't know what was going on. I went to school and I heard that the World Trade Center in the United States of America got attacked. I didn't even know there was a building called the World Trade Center. And I heard that this guy by the name of Osama bin Laden was, at that time it was not verified. This is when, just a few hours after the incident. I currently live in Central Time, so Bangladesh is 12 hours ahead of Central Time. And by the time we got the news, it was not really verified that he was responsible, but there were rumors that this guy was probably responsible. And I didn't know anything about that Osama bin Laden dude either till many years later. So I had no idea what was going on. I was just mouthing off sound bites that I was hearing from my teachers, parents, older brothers, siblings, and so on. And I remember that incident had a monumental shift in me, because later that day and later during that week, my country was divided along 2 groups of people. There were these one group of people who felt that the United States deserved it, the American people deserved it. The number of civilians that died at the time, we speculated that it was about 1,000. Of course, later on, the revised death count was much higher, but at the time we thought maybe around 800 to 1,000 people may have died. Anyways, my country was split right down the middle, and there were people who were like, yeah, the United States, they believed it. There were even people in my school who were saying like, well, Osama bin Laden, he did lots of good things for Muslims. That's just how people thought, and maybe still do. And I was like, wow, that's all kind of BS. But anyways, a few days later, I went to the mosque for the Friday sermon, and the imam at that mosque, now this is anecdotal, and the imam at that mosque, I mean that particular imam. I don't know about other imams, I don't know about other mosques, but that particular imam, he was like, yeah, the United States, they deserved it. They were like, yeah, the wrath of God came down on the United States for their sin and oppression and a whole bunch of other BS. And it was at that time, that 9/11 was one of those incidents that really changed me, because it really revealed to me how a lot of people within my own circles thought. And it revealed to me that I don't want to be one of these people. But anyways, that's just how that's just 9/11 to me. That's just how I remember it. Obviously, people in the United States who've suffered loss, who've personally had their families taken away from them, they have a whole lot of other dark memories associated with that event. And I hope such a tragedy never reaches American soil again. But yeah, today's the day when we remember the people that we've lost, the people whose lives have been changed permanently since that incident, the first responders who responded to that incident. And a lot of the first responders also ended up with life-threatening diseases because of the rubble, because of the smoke and stuff like that. So a lot of lives were changed, and today's the day we remember. And well, this is the home of the free. This is the land of the brave. America bounced back. That tragic incident did not hold America back. They bounced back stronger than ever. But I think it's important to remember tragedies of the past, because there's a lot of learning experiences from them, and also because you can't ever forget those victims. You can't ever forget these people, because they deserve to never be forgotten. And I will for the rest of my life, when I eventually settle down, have a family, have kids, I will do my part to make sure that the victims of 9/11 in general, the story, the context, the incident, the tragedy, as tragic as it may be for us to relive those experiences, as tragic as it may be for people to remember those memories again, it's important that we never ever forget what happened.